can be put on point through different geometric regulations, and that is how even coordinate geometry came into existence, and algebra was used in geometry to create conditions on points. Location, the locus, Harsh. Okay, so coordinate geometry was basically algebra getting involved in geometry to create certain conditions through which different shapes can be formed. Okay, so all those shapes were essentially locuses, loci. In plural, we call it loci. Lokesh ka location. Locus ka plural is loci. Okay. Well, so here starts the point. Okay. So tell me something to understand it clearly. We can think of a cow, a bull, a buffalo, who was tied to small, what do you call, piece of wood. I can't call it pole. A small log of wood, right? जिसे हिंदी में खूंटा कहते हैं. You guys know that, isn't it? So if I tie a cow over there, and then cow wants to escape, and she just wants to escape. So this is how the cow will look like. See, this is where I have put the khuta, and cow is tied to it. Cow wants to escape. She's trying to move. She cannot move, isn't it? So what all she can do? If she tries to move away, automatically she will travel something like this, isn't it? There's no other way. She or it. Cow बोल रहा हूँ तो ठीक है, she ही है, she can move. And when she does that, the locus or the path that she has traversed will be exactly a locus. Got it? This is what circle will look like. So path traveled by the cow would form a circle. Have you seen that? Thanks. And in PowerPoint, this is the only thing which we can do. So it's not some great software, it's just PowerPoint. All right. So she has traversed this. By the way, if this was the khuta, so I can say that this is the center. And these lines, as you can see, these lines have constant length. And let that constant length be small r. So we call that radius. Understood? Okay. Center, radius, and she travels across the length of this path that she has traveled will be known as circumference. And this shape will be called a circle. Is that clear? Clear, everyone? Harsh, exactly. This is how you can use compass as well when you try to draw the circle. Okay. Star पे आएंगे हम, आज ही आएंगे. Don't worry. Let's look at this. Okay. Having said that, now I'll give you a mathematical explanation that why these things happen. Star कराएंगे. Don't worry. करेंगे. Okay. So look at this. What's given over here? Pythagoras probably knew it because we have been doing so many things in triangles with it. And also, I also said that some properties of triangles which we discussed with circles, isn't it? Circumference, Nishit, is the length of the path that the cow has traversed. Okay? We call it circumference, not the perimeter. In normal shapes, we call it perimeter. Here, we call it circumference. Anyways, so Pythagoras theorem is something which we have been doing from such a long time, where it says x square plus y square is equal to z square, or essentially it is perpendicular square plus base square is equal to square of hypotenuse. Okay, we know that. All right. So here P, B, and H all are variables. All of them are variables, isn't it? Tell me something. Now things will be pretty clear. I want to draw this on a graph. Okay, that's my motive right now. तो मैंने लिया एक ऐसे Cartesian coordinate system. When I say Cartesian coordinate system, I basically mean x, y axis graph. So this is x and this is y. All right. Understood? Understood? Is that clear, everyone? Stars पे आ जाएंगे, पहले इस पे ध्यान दे दो. I'm doing something which probably you haven't seen yet. Okay, so let's enjoy this. Okay. Now I put a condition. Okay, so basically there's a point that is called xy point, free moving point. It is xy. Okay, it is variable. It can move anywhere it wants to. Do you understand this? So people who are not good in mathematics, or if they feel they're not good in mathematics, for them, I think it's pretty clear, isn't it? You getting it? So x and y variable. When I say x and y variable, what does that mean? Figuratively, I'm saying that this point can move anywhere across this board. Do you get that, all of you? Even those who did not study mathematics from quite a long time? You get it? Everyone? Okay. Bobby, that's right. Okay. Now I put a condition. Okay. I put a condition. अब मैं बोलूँगा सुन बे point. तो बहुत घूम चुका है. Okay. Now I want to put a condition. I would say that let z be constant. Let's say I am God. So God came and God said, let z be constant. So when I say constant, z cannot change. And I am replacing it by r. Okay? Let that be constant. What does that mean? That means that distance from the origin of this point would be actually r. Is that true? Now again, this point xy are variable, but because their distance is now constant, that means they can move anywhere, but they have to be at a constant distance from this fixed point, which is the origin in this case. Origin, right? This is origin, 0, 0. Isn't it? So if it moves, it will look something like this. Just like the cow. So xy was the cow. Is that clear? That is clear, I believe. So this point will be r, 0. This point will be minus r, 0. This will be 0, r. And this will be 0, minus r. Is it clear to all the people who have quit mathematics from 5 to 6 years? Tell me, everyone. Akshat, will be sphere in case of 3 dimension. Here we have only x and y, not z axis. Okay? You know what we did? Now I'm going to show you something really beautiful over here. And you will think that why we didn't do something like this in schools. So tell me something. What is this distance? When I say xy, this means y is the distance of this point vertically. That means this is y. And x means that x is the distance of this point horizontally, right? That's what it means. So if I drop a perpendicular like this, then this perpendicular would be of length y and the base will be of length x. Isn't it? Would that be there? The same thing is happening here. When I put z as r, so basically x square plus y square becomes r square. Now I can say that this is the equation of a circle whose center is at the origin and radius is r. Can I say that? So how simple is that? These things were pretty difficult and weird when we were in school, but now I think it's very much commonsensical. Sudhi, now you are happy? Okay, so we got this. See, today you will get to know that how things are interconnected, algebra, geometry, it's just mathematics. People call it by different names, but it's mathematics just. Same like people call God by different names, Allah, Shiva, Noah, whatever, but it is essentially God. Same way. Muskan, common sensical, not common sensible. All right. So now once you have seen this, I'm going to do something over here. Okay, let me take an eraser and now I'll remove all these things. Okay, ये भी remove हो गया. Oh shit. All right. So now, if I say that circle has shifted, which means its origin has shifted now. Now its origin is a comma b. ठीक है? पहले 0,0 था, अभी a comma b बन चुका है. Right? And now the same point was clueless about its life. This point is roaming around here. इसे पता नहीं लाइफ में करना क्या है. Then God said, you can go anywhere, but you have to be at a constant distance from this point, and let the distance be r. That's what God said. Okay, अब क्या होगा? This point keep on moving again in a circular fashion. It's just that earlier, as you can see, the circle is now shifted there. Earlier, the origin was at the center. Now the origin is at a comma b. Is that right? So having said that, what is the vertical distance now? This is y. Okay, perfect. And this whole is x. Okay, we get that. But at the very same time, this is a and this is b, isn't it? So if I try to join, see what happens. This becomes y minus b and this thing becomes x minus a. Is that right? जादुई शक्तियां हैं मेरे पास. Okay. So it's clear. Now you can see a triangle getting formed over here. Let's apply Pythagoras theorem. Perpendicular is y minus b, base is x minus a, hypotenuse is r. Very good. So x minus a whole square plus y minus b whole square is equal to r square. Yes or no? Is that simple? Of course it is. There's no problem over there. Pythagoras theorem use किया मैंने. Nothing else. Right? Isn't it simple? Let's expand it. So I'll get x square minus 2ax plus a square plus y square minus 2by plus b square. R square को इधर ले आते हैं. Minus r square is equal to 0. Okay? That's right. Now, let capital A is equal to minus 2a and capital B is equal to minus 2b. All right. And capital C to be equal to a square plus b square minus r square. Perfect. क्यों किया मैंने ऐसा? To make a general equation of circle. So now I'll have something like x square plus ax plus by plus c equal to 0. So this is the general equation of a circle. Clear? कोई problem इसके अंदर? Anyone? No problem at all. So having said that, so basically, you know why I'm doing it like this. If you get the equation of a circle, कीर्ति तुम तो जिम आ गई, तो मैं क्या करूँ? Okay, so whenever you will be given the equation of a circle, it will look something like this. ये इतना अच्छे से नहीं बताएंगे, देखो x माइनस ए, ऐसे तो फिर तो आसान हो गया, लाइफ ही आसान हो गई, है ना? Are you getting it? So they won't, basically if you get something like x square plus y square plus 3x plus 4y plus 5 equal to 0, बोलेगा देखो ये रहा तुम्हारे सामने सर्कल का इक्वेशन, बताओ इसमें रेडियस कितना है, सेंटर क्या है? Getting it? So that is the problem. The problem is when we studied in school, we got this equation, they tried to cram the formulae and fetch some marks. But I am going into the way the mathematics was created. So this is how an equation look like, and they will ask you what's the center of the circle and what's the radius of the circle. Exactly, equation में R कौन सा है पता ही नहीं चल रहा, right Nishit? Yes Ramu. So now look at this, look at this. So let me write the center now. So center, what's the center? Center is a comma b, which will be in this case minus a by 2 and minus b by 2. Is that clear? So if you get the standard equation of a circle, वो बनी ऐसे थी, तो हमें पता है सेंटर जो होगा वो माइनस ए बाई टू माइनस बी बाई टू होगा. एंड रेडियस सी रेडियस, सो आर स्क्वायर is equal to a square plus b square minus c from this equation, yes or no? And a itself was minus a by 2. So this can be written as, putting it here, a square by 4 plus b square by 4 minus c. थोड़ा इसको मैं यहाँ लिख देता हूँ, okay? So the value of r will be 1 by 2. Inside the square root, I'll get a square plus b square minus 4c. This is the formula for finding radius, and this is the formula for finding the center in an equation which looks like this. Is that clear? All right. So now we have everything with us. so now you know. Yeah, Shruti, circles की बात है, circle से ही है तो, of course. So basically now you know how the circle was made from very simple and went towards something which felt complex. अभी आसान लग रहा होगा everything, yes or no? So I will just repeat it once. A comma b is the center, xy is the point which can move anywhere, distance was r. Applying Pythagoras theorem, this length is y minus b, this is x minus a. So in दोनों के square का sum is square of r, which is this. Applied Pythagoras theorem, then I expanded this equation and I assume minus 2a to be a, minus 2b to be b, and rest everything like a square, b square minus r square to be c. And I form the general equation of circle, this general equation. All right. Once I got that, I gave you an example. This is the example. This is how a general equation of circle looks like. And now they can ask you what's the center and radius. What's the center and radius of this circle? तो ये जो मैंने a बनाया था वो कहाँ से बनाया था? Minus 2 times small a, b was minus 2 times small b, and c was this. So center, as you know, initially was a comma b, small a comma small b, small a comma small b. तो ये minus a by 2 हो गया और ये minus b by 2 होगा, so the same thing. कुछ नया इसमें हुआ नहीं है, जो एज्यूम किया था उसे दोबारा लिख दिया. सो व्हाटएवर आई एज्यूम्ड जस्ट रोट दैट. फॉर्मूला याद नहीं करना है. ओके अरे कुछ हार्ड नहीं है, जस्ट दैट लॉट ऑफ वेरिएबल्स आर यूज्ड, इट लुक्स हार्ड टू यू. जस्ट लुक एट दिस. नो, सो मैंने यहाँ a कॉमा b लिखा है, यहीं से लिखा है. व्हाटएवर आई एज्यूम्ड आई जस्ट डिड दैट. इट्स नथिंग न्यू. हाउ माइनस a बाय 2? निशित लुक एट दिस. आई लेट का मतलब क्या होता है? कुछ एज्यूम किया. आई अज्यूम्ड कैपिटल A टू बी इक्वल टू -2a. ये -2a को मैंने कैपिटल A मान लिया था. इसी इक्वेशन से ये इक्वेशन आई बाय अजम्पशन. And when I want to go back to small a, small b, I'll just write this again by cross multiplication minus capital A by 2. अब समझ में आ गया ना? एक बार देख लो. इतना मुझे लग रहा है ना कि तुम लोगों को मैथ्स आती है. प्रॉब्लम क्या है कि तुम बहुत सारा इतने सारी चीज़ देख के डर जाते हो. इज दैट द प्रॉब्लम? टेक अ डीप ब्रेथ, वेट फॉर अ मिनट. कोई जल्दीबाजी नहीं है. नथिंग न्यू हियर. ठीक है आशु, आते हैं वहां, पहले ये तो बता दो. ओके अब कोई बोलेगा फाइंड द सेंटर ऑफ दिस सर्कल, तो क्या मिलेगा? व्हाट इज कैपिटल ए ओवर हियर? इन दिस केस लेट मी सॉल्व दिस. कैपिटल ए इज 3 एंड कैपिटल बी इज 4. सो सेंटर क्या बन जाएगा? दिस माइनस a by 2 माइनस b by 2. दैट मीन सेंटर इज -3 by 2 एंड -4 by 2 इज -2. दिस इज द सेंटर ऑफ दिस सर्कल. क्लियर? रेडियस वाला पार्ट, या कैपिटल C वॉज a स्क्वायर प्लस b स्क्वायर माइनस r स्क्वायर. ये मैंने क्या किया? r स्क्वायर इधर भेज दिया लेफ्ट हैंड साइड एंड कैपिटल C ऑन राइट हैंड साइड. सो आई गेट r स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू स्मॉल a स्क्वायर प्लस स्मॉल b स्क्वायर माइनस कैपिटल C एंड आई पुट द वैल्यू स्मॉल एंड स्मॉल b फ्रॉम हियर. दैट्स इट, नथिंग एल्स. क्लियर? सो वी गॉट द center and we can find the radius also by using this formula. So 1 by 2, a is 3, b is 4. Let's put it over here. 3 square 9, 4 square 16, 25 minus 20. So root 5 by 2 will be the radius, right? इतना मुश्किल ये है नहीं. हाँ आदित्य, अंडर रूट होगा ना. 4 को बाहर निकाल दिया ना तो 2 हो गया. आदित्य 1 by 4 रूट के बाहर निकल 1 by 2 हो जाएगा. Who are the people who are still confused? Except Anusha. Chintan is confused, I think. Emoji भेज दी है उसने. इतने पार्ट को just rewatch it, and after rewatching, just do it yourself and things will be pretty clear. After that, go and teach it to someone. It's very simple. Aryan, you won't be bad anymore. A3 कैसे आया गुंजन? ये रहा ना A. ये देखो ना. Compare this equation with this equation. X square plus y square plus capital AX. तो capital A is the coefficient of X, that is 3. Capital B is coefficient of Y, that is 4. Capital C is 5. C 5 है, लिखा तो है +5. Is it not clear? C का वैल्यू इज 5. C. It's not difficult, seriously. It's just that you have to, you don't have to be scared for things. How a formula and root. So basically, people can just do it like this. Normally, you must have read that center is -a by 2, comma minus b by 2 and 1 by 2 square root of a square plus b square minus 4c. So this is what you must have done in your schools, right? और बोलते थे the equation of the circle is x square plus y square plus ax plus by plus c equal to 0. So when they say general equation of circle is this, and this is how you find the center and radius. So you guys just crammed it up, ratta maar diya tha, है ना? I was just trying to go into exact mathematics. Now I think it's pretty clear. So after you have done all the notes, just note it down in the end. Gunjan, yes. Small r is root 5 by 2. निशित निकाल दिया एग्जाम्पल वाले का. ए की वैल्यू 3 पुट करो, बी की जो आई थी 4 और सी की 5. ठीक है. ऑलराइट. संकेत हाँ आए हैं. चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. सो नाउ लेट्स गो टू टर्मिनोलॉजी. So what all terms are used in circles? Okay, so the first term that we'll be using is, when will I write all the terms? First is radius. All of you know what radius is. Second is diameter. Diameter is basically the longest chord and its value is 2 times r. Now what is chord? Chord is line joining any 2 points in a circle. All right. Okay. So these 3 words are very common, pretty common. Radius, diameter, and chord. So, like we have a circle. Now listen to me carefully. निश्चित बाद में कैलकुलेट करते हैं, रूट 5 by 2 ही आएगा. ठीक है, बाद में कैलकुलेट कर लेना. Now look at this. So if I join 2 points, this is a chord. This is also a chord. This is also a chord. This is also a chord. Everything is chord. Okay. So if a chord, if I want to draw the chord of maximum length, it will pass through center. Yes or no? इससे बड़ा हो ही नहीं सकता. This is r, and this whole is diameter. So diameter is 2 times r. Diameter is also a chord, and it is the largest chord. Is that clear? Everyone? Everyone, tell me something. You know what is a line and you know what is a line segment, isn't it? Line, a straight line, basically, it can extend to both the directions infinitely. And when I say line segment, it has got 2 fixed end points, right? Remember that? This is line. It can go in both the directions. And this is line segment where the end points are fixed. All of you know that, right? So in case of circles, this is a line which is crossing the circle from any 2 points. It will be known as secant. Okay? And as I showed in the previous diagram, when it was joining any 2 points, it was called a chord. So difference between secant and chord is the same as between a line and a line segment. All right. Is that clear? Everyone? Understood? ठीक है, perfect. Great. Secant and cot. All right. What else? Fourth, arc. What's an arc? So let's say I draw a circle like this, and there are 2 points. Points are A, B. Okay? A, B. Archie, secant is any line that crosses this circle. That crosses the circle. Okay? That is enough. Best is diagram, as Yash said. And cat won't have some definition also. But it does, we need to know the terminology. Diagram is the best thing actually. Shri Raja Dhiman is still stuck in the previous example. Should I do that? Wait. A lot of you were stuck in the previous example. Radius. What was it? 1 by 2 a square plus b square minus 4c. All right. The question that I gave you, value of a was 3, value of b was 4, value of c was 5. Let me put in the values. 1 by 2, square of a is 9, square of b is 16, minus of 4 into 5 is 20. All of us know that. 9 plus 16 is 25, minus 20 is 5. So we get 1 by 2 into root 5. Root 5 by 2. Where's the confusion here? Is that okay? Pranav was also confused. Pranav, Shiraja, and others who did not get it. Now it's okay. It's simple calculation actually. ठीक है ना? Okay. Well, I'm erasing this. Okay? I was discussing about arc. So this is the diagram. Let this be point A and B. Okay? So we have two kinds of arcs. One is minor arc AB, and the other one is, so I'll just do some color coding, major arc. So I'll mark the minor arc with white and major arc by blue. See, this part is the major arc. So this curve actually, so a part of circumference is basically arc. Do you get that? A small part of circumference is basically the arc. Clear? And we can have two arcs, minor arc, that is this one, and major arc, that is this one. So I hope it is clear. The part of the circumference. Okay, well. By the way, normally they write it over there. It's minor arc or major arc. But if in case, so listen to this carefully. If in this case they don't tell you whether it is minor or major, you will assume minor arc by default. Clear? Writing default. वैसे cat ये गलती नहीं करेगा. They will write minor and major arc. But in case if you come across some question where it is not given, you will assume minor arc by default. Just note this down. Yeah, Manji, I'm just saying if they don't mention minor or major word, you will just assume it to be minor arc. That's it, nothing else. Okay. All right, we got that. Also, fifth one, tangent. Tangent. So when we have a circle like this, from any point. Tangent is a straight line that touches the circle at exactly one point, which also means that we cannot draw a tangent inside a circle. Right? Tangent touches the circle only at one point, which also means tangent cannot be inside this circle. Inside the circle is secant or the chord, and something outside the circle, that is one point, is the tangent. Perfect. No doubt over there. Clear? Is that clear? Okay. Sixth is semicircle. You know what semicircle? Who knows what is semicircle? Semicircle is also an arc. Semicircle is also an arc. Yes or no? Semicircle एक ऐसा arc है where minor and major arc are same. Can I say that? Semicircle is also an arc in which minor and major arcs are same. Circle का आधा. Exactly, Harsh. Roads act as tangent to tires. Very good. Clear? No problem. Perfect. So we have done all the terminology. Now we'll do the properties. Okay. The first property. Area of circle is pi r square. Second, circumference is 2 pi r. I know all of you know it. Okay. Area of semicircle will be pi r square by 2. Now in semicircle, it's not circumference, it will be perimeter. I hope you understand that, isn't it? Perimeter of semicircle. क्या हो जाएगा? Who is going to tell me? What will be the perimeter of a semicircle? तथागत करते हैं, पहले एक बार रिवाइज कर लें पूरा. जो मंशी ने बोला शुरुआत में पाई आर, जो पाई आर बोल रहे हैं वो गलत सोच रहे हैं, मुझे मालूम था. वाई? बिकॉज सेमी सर्कल would have this arc and also a diameter, so it will be pi r. तो होगा ही होगा, साथ में ये भी होगा, that is 2r, isn't it? So pi r plus 2r, or we can say taking r common, pi plus 2. Is that clear? Right? Yeah, we can have d as well. Okay, chalo, great. The fifth property, I need to draw a diagram, property number 5. So I have this circle and I have an arc. This is the arc, A, B. And this arc, what is it doing? See, what's it doing? It will do something beautiful, but before that, let me show you, because I want you to go through things. मैं चाहता हूँ तुम रट्टा मार दो. See, तुम्हें लगता है मैं रट के आया हूँ? Do you think so? Not really. You know what? I'm deriving everything today. पहले भी derive किया है मैंने, but I'm deriving it because it is logically clear to me. I want you guys to go logical about it. I don't want you to cram all the properties one by one. So the way I am going, there is a proper flow to it. See, I'm going to do something. So I'm trying to write 5 over here and then 6. Now I feel somehow, you know what? I feel that this should be 6th and that should be 5. It will look more logical to you. Okay, see. So now I draw a diagram and then I take the longest arc or I can say longest chord as well. All right. Longest chord, AB is longest chord, its diameter, yes or no? It's the diameter. All of us know that. ठीक है, फिफ्थ मुझे लिख रहा हूँ फिफ्थ में, फिफ्थ प्रॉपर्टी, मुझे अब सिक्स क्या है, मुझे तुम्हें छेड़ रही हो ना जानबूझ के मेरे को, आर यू टीजिंग मी? Okay, so now listen to me. So what is this? What is this diameter? It is subtending an angle on the center, and that angle is 180 degrees. जब ऐसा होता है it's 180. All of us know that, right? It is 180 degrees. Okay. Now AB को आप chord मान लो, AB को आप arc मान लो. It is subtending some angle over here. All right, some angle over here, and this angle will always be 90 degree. So the property is angle in a semicircle is 90 degrees. That's what we call. ठीक है? It's always 90. So can you see a pattern over here? This chord AB diameter or the arc, it is subtending an angle of 180 on the center and 90 on the circumference. Can I say this is center? Let this be O and let this be C. Can I say that angle AOB will be twice of angle ACB? Yes or no? Exactly, Vihana. That's what. Okay. And while using angle, I'll be using this term theta. So if this is 2 theta, this will be theta. Cool? Perfect. Getting it? All of you. उल्टा के जानवी उल्टा कैसे होगा? AOB is double of ACB, isn't it? That's the property. That is the property. Just note it down. All right. अच्छा ये क्यों 30 हो गए? क्यों ये that's what you're asking. For that I have to do something more, but I don't think abhi you are in that position. You'll understand that. I'll do that towards the end of the class. Let us use all the properties. यहाँ मैं दिखाना चाह रहा था कि ये डबल इसका हो रहा है तो यहाँ भी ऐसे डबल हो जाएगा. That's what I wanted to show you. Okay. धोनी ACB2, tell me something. यहाँ से अगर मैं इधर जाऊँगा, which angle do you think is more? ये तो देखने मालूम, but some certain thing which you can visualize. You just observe. See, look at my hands. This angle is more than this angle, isn't it? See, look at my hands. ये इतना expanse is this thing. If I go here, I have to go like this. So of course, the angle at center is more, isn't it? Clear? खुशी है, बात तो सही है वैसे. समझा? Okay. चलो, if you guys want to know why it is happening, I can tell even that. थोड़ा सा विजुलाइज और करना पड़ेगा. I'm just erasing this. See, so यहाँ से ये पैटर्न बन गया. That is clear. So I'll just explain why that is 90. I'll explain that. Tell me something. बिल्कुल सेंटर से if I draw a perpendicular, okay, and then I join this like this. This is radius. This is radius. This is also radius. And these guys are 90 degree each. So we have an isosceles right angle triangle. This is 90, these two angles are same, isn't it? So 90 बीच में आ गया, these two are same. Sum of the angles inside a triangle is 180 degree. ठीक है, Abhishek, yeah, I'll get there. ठीक है? So tell me something. This is clear, no? Triangle is isosceles. Both the angles will be same because the sides are same. Equal sides to equal angles. This is 90. These two will be 45 each. Is that right? So now I think it makes sense. This whole is 90. Clear? At the very same time, if I pick this point and move it anywhere, and because circle is a uniformly scattered thing, which I showed you when I was drawing that diagram on XY axis, कहीं भी ले जाओ same रहता है. So this will always be 90. I just made the most what do you say, convenient figure to show you this. Okay, so it will be same everywhere. Now I think all of you have got it. There is a reason for everything. All right. ठीक है, चलो. I'm erasing this and I can put it anywhere. It'll be same. If you want to see that, let me show you that. ये भी देख ही लो यार, ठीक है. No question is stupid. I want you guys to be proud of what you have done here. This is the center. This is it. Okay. All of us know this is radius, this is radius, this is radius. So this angle is same as this angle, and this angle is same as this angle. I hope you know that. Okay? Is that right? This is theta. If I write this theta, this will be 180 degree minus theta. Is that right? No problem? Now, let me calculate this angle. If this is theta, this will be 90 minus theta by 2. Yes or no? पता है ना? Both angles are same. Sum of these angles is 180. Theta निकल चुका, 180 minus theta का half. So we have 90 minus theta by 2 here. This is also 90 minus theta by 2. Is that right? And sum of these three will also be 180. 180 minus theta is removed. So how much is left? Theta is left. So this will be theta by 2. This will also be theta by 2. Is that right? Is that right? So tell me what will be this angle. जो 90 हम prove कर रहे थे, prove हो गया ना? 90 minus theta by 2 plus theta by 2 is 90 only. Hence proved. Is that clear? So now I hope there's no problem at all. सब क्लियर हो गया ना? These things are pretty simple, yeah. Eshani, no. We apply that property only when we know the angles are 30, 60 and 90. Otherwise, we can't. Srinita, am I fast? I think I'm going pretty slow. Okay, tell me everyone, should I slow down the speed more? Or is it proper? Or should I a little like 10%? ठीक. All right, so we have done this as well. Now coming to next property, property number 6. Okay. Okay. So as I told you, Shrida, but I'll respect you and I will. You know what? I'm not very fast. It's just that when I talk slow, people think I am slow. Information same ही है. The flow of information is same. So if I pick these two arcs AB, minor arc, okay, I'm putting it like this. Great. And major arc will be this one. All right. Property 7th, yeah, right. Thank you. Okay. So if this angle is theta, this angle, let me use alpha over here, not theta. This angle is alpha. This will always be 180 degree minus alpha. Or I can say if this is beta, this will always be 180 degree minus beta. Let me also mark these points. Let us call them C and D. Okay, it'll be better if I mark it like this. A, B, C, D. Okay, so yeah. So basically, what do we see here? Is this a quadrilateral? Yes or no? That is a quadrilateral, isn't it? Do we have any confusion here? Exactly, Ria. So that's the property. The figure itself is a property. Sum of opposite angles inside a cyclic quadrilateral. So these are known as cyclic quadrilaterals. Which quadrilaterals? The quadrilaterals which are drawn inside a circle so that all its vertices lie on the circumference. On the circumference. Okay? They are known as cyclic quadrilaterals. And the sum of their opposite sides is always equal to 180 degrees. Is that clear? Cool. Perfect. Okay. Let's go to the next points, next properties. 8th. I have a circle like this and I have a chord like this. This is AB. Chord is AB and origin of center, the center is O. Normally call it O. So if, now listen to me carefully. If I draw a perpendicular from O to AB, it will always bisect the chord. Reverse is also true. So listen to me. If I draw a perpendicular from the center on a chord, it will always bisect the chord. I can also say, if I join the midpoint of a chord to the center, it will always be at 90 degrees. Okay? हर्ष ये क्वेश्चन सारे प्रॉपर्टीज के बाद ही हो पाएंगे. आई नो सी सर्कल्स, इसलिए कल मैंने एक गैप भी दिया था. सर्कल्स बहुत बड़ा अपने आप में ही है. Once all the properties are clear, we will do some questions. Yeah, Pratik. Gunjan, complementary angles 90 degrees में sum होता है. Is that clear, everyone? Written, everyone? Tell me in the comments. I'm saying the line joining the center and a chord on its midpoint is always perpendicular. Okay, one more. Now see, what I'm going to do over here is it's similar kind of property. So now I have a circle like this, all right, and I have a chord. Let that chord be AB. I have one more chord. Let that be CD. So tell me something, everyone. There's a center. I drop a perpendicular over here and over here as well. And now what I find, okay, so now what I find, this length, let this be A, B, C, D, so let's call this E and let us call this F. So if OE is equal to OF, then AB will be equal to CD. Okay, and vice versa. And vice versa. All right. AB is parallel to CD, of course. That will also happen. AB will be parallel to CD. Perfect. ठीक है, चलो. Next, 10th point. So I have this circle. So many circles I've drawn in my life that now I draw a perfect circle every time. It's all about practice. Even I am shocked. Okay. So now I have a tangent. And this is the center of the circle. I drop it here. Let this be A. So OA is the radius, yes or no? So whenever you drop the radius, when you draw the radius on a tangent, it will always be at 90 degrees. This is going to happen always. It's going to happen always. चलो ठीक है, क्वेश्चन तो हम नहीं कर रहे, सब लोग बोल रहे हैं क्वेश्चंस कब होंगे यार, बट इलस्ट्रेशंस को शुरुआत में की थी एंड यू आर एंजॉइंग. आई एम गोइंग टू गिव यू वन मोर इलस्ट्रेशन, अ ग्रेट इलस्ट्रेशन. यू वांट टू नो? आई एम श्योर यू वांट टू नो दैट, isn't it? Something beautiful. Tell me, everyone, like, I don't know how your childhood was, but if it was the same, what I had, then you will relate to it. Oh, Preeti, this, you use bangles for drawing circles in school days. I'll tell you something. So, कोई थोड़ा यूनिक करिए, यूनिक ही तो किया हुआ है. Okay. See, it is like, all of you must have, if you have done it, so you pick a thread, okay, and tie a stone in the end. Thanks, Gunjan. And then you pick it like this, and then you keep on rotating it. Have you done it ever? Like this? Done or no? I should have brought it here so that I can see you. All of you must have done it, right? I keep on doing it, and then you leave it. So have you seen where it goes and how it goes? What exactly happens? The thing is, let's say that this is the path traveled by the stone, which is in our hand. This is our hand, okay, our finger, we're doing it. At O, our finger is there, and we keep on doing it like this. Okay? The moment I leave it, it goes somewhere. So let's say it was moving like this, and stone reached at this point, that stone, at point A. If I leave this, this will go here. If I'm rotating it like this, clockwise. Going anti-clockwise, it will go here. But it will always go at 90 degrees. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that? Shiraja, exactly. Shiraja. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but I think I'm doing it right. Shiraja. It goes along tangent, Akanksha, exactly, and that is always 90 degrees from the moment you leave it. Isn't it? If you haven't noticed that, do it tonight itself or maybe tomorrow morning. देखो हमारे आसपास है मैथमेटिक्स ना, सो दिस प्रॉपर्टी इसको लोग रट्टा मारते थे. I don't know why people cram mathematics. It's so based on common sense, isn't it? Right? Simple common sense. ये सब हमने देखा हुआ है, हमारे साथ हर दिन हो रहा है, isn't it? Shirja. Okay, Shirja. Okay, cool. Coming to point number 11. So in point 11, what is going to happen? Okay. Because we have come to tangents, now let's talk about tangents. Okay, so there's a point here, and from this point I draw a tangent. All right. One more tangent. Can I say that from one point, let the point be A, from one point I can draw only two tangents, yes or no? Can I say that? Right? And someone told me that same thing was used in Mission Mars, Mission Mangal, and that's right. That's how we use satellites also. Keep on rotating it and then leave it free for free fall, and it goes tangentially. And that is how, a satellite or a spacecraft, a space shuttle basically, it moves in rings. एक ring complete here, throw here, second ring, then goes throw here. That is how it works. Okay, well, so I can say that I can draw only two tangents from a point, and the length of those two tangents would always be equal. This will always be equal. So AB is equal to AC. All right. So now I'll show you two circles that touch each other tangentially. These are known as tangent circles. Is that clear? These are known as tangent circles. All right. And if I join the center of these circles, it will always be a straight line. It will always be a straight line. All right. Always be a straight line. Is that clear? And so let me assume that this center is O1 and the center is O2. Here the radius is capital R, here it is small r. So the distance between O1 and O2 will always be equal to sum of the radii in tangent circles. Clear? ये 12th है कि 11th है? गुंजन बोली 11th मिस हो गया. 12th ही है ना? गुंजन क्या कर रही हो? ये जानबूझ के बोल रही, चढ़ा रही है मेरे को, I think. Okay. 13th. So tangent circles have two types. These are touching externally. Okay. And internally they look like this. So what's going to happen over here if I assume the centers to be, okay, if I assume the centers to be O1 and O2, in this case also it will be straight line, but the length of O1 O2, इसकी value क्या होगी? This will be equal to capital R minus small r. So capital R is the radius of the larger circle and small r is the radius of the smaller circle. Is that clear? O1 and O2 are the centers. Aditya, centers of the circle. All right. 12th कौन सा निश्चित? ये वाला. ठीक, हाँ ठीक है. The distance between the center of two tangent circles that touch externally is equal to the sum of their radii. फिगर में क्लियरली दिखाई दे रहा है निश्चित. Distance between centers. मुझे लग रहा है कि आज हम केवल प्रॉपर्टीज कर पाएंगे, है ना? चलो ठीक ही है ही इतनी ज़्यादा, बट सारी इजी हैं, देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम. निश्चित तो 2-3 बची हैं बस. Thirteenth, I have an arc AB and this arc is subtending some angle on the circumference. कभी यहाँ पे कर रहा है, कभी वहाँ पे कर रहा है, कभी इधर कर रहा है. It keeps on doing it, you know, करते ही जा रहा है. So all these angles will be equal. All of them will be equal. All right. ठीक है, everyone. Is that clear? Coming to 15th. Okay. रुको, 15th के लिए I need the entire board. This is common tangents. Common tangents. Exactly, Pritham. Angles on same chord are equal. Be it same chord or be it same arc, they are always equal. Why equal, Preeti? I think property 5 has the answer. I told you. Okay, should I explain that again? So see, I told you from an arc, if this is 2 theta, this will be theta. So you put it anywhere with theta everywhere, isn't it? It's the same thing. Extension of its property only. Right? The minor arc, cyclic quadrilateral बन जाएगा, it will be 180 minus theta. I think you know this. Right? अक्षय 14 का नाम नहीं था कुछ. Aditya, is that clear? Kumar, Abhishek and Aditya and Preeti? Understood all of you? All right, so now we have the last thing over here. The common tangents. Away from each other. Okay? Away from each other. All right? And let this be center be O1 and this center be O2. I'll join them by a line. And also, I say that this radius is capital R, this one is small r. So direct common tangent looks like this. Let this be L. Now we need to find the value of L. All right. We need to find the value of L. Clearly, clear? So L will be equal to square root of O1 O2 square minus capital R minus small r square. Note this down. This is length of direct common tangent. Got it? We call this direct common tangent. Noted, everyone? Tell me in the comments. Noted? O1 O2 की वैल्यू क्या होगी? वो गिवन होगा ना क्वेश्चन में, हर्ष. O1 O2 is distance between the centers. It will be given in the question in somehow. Okay. This will be given in the question. Okay. This is clear. We also have something called transverse common tangent. So when we have a circle like this, another like this, transverse. So we call this as the transverse common tangent. Okay? And now if I want to find the length of this, the formula is pretty simple. Just one difference. The difference is this will be O1 O2 square. Okay? Is it visible? I think the screen is not visible to you guys, is it? Okay, and let this be capital R, let this be small r, then O1 O2 whole square minus capital R plus small r square and its square root. This will be the value. Just that in previous case we had minus here, here we have plus. Just that. So all the property of circles have been done, but there's some properties, as I told you in the triangles class, which are connected to circles. We'll do that as well. Before that, we'll be doing a few questions. Ayush, of course, that is how we can do it. Janvi, this is transverse common tangent. Ayush, exactly. See, for the direct common tangent or be it transverse, we do it by Pythagoras theorem only. Only. I don't think I should be doing that. Should doing that. Abhishek says y r plus r. Abhishek, because the if I assume L to be the hypotenuse, then capital R plus small r will be the perpendicular of that right angle triangle, and base will be O1 O2. All right. I don't think it's required to draw it. Should I do it? Yeah, Shubhangi, we'll do that also. Don't worry. We still have some time left. स्टार वाला क्वेश्चन मस्त था ना, बड़ा मन करता है करने का. Okay, so let's do a few simple questions first of all, and then we'll go to star questions as well. So now I'll be giving you three questions, and after that I'll be discussing two questions. After I'll be discussing the solutions. Okay, and I'll have one glass of water. You also have 5 minutes to do two questions. Aditya, after that we'll do star questions, because tomorrow also we have a class of triangles, and I think we can do questions and questions only. A lot of questions. Okay. Well, but let's do two questions first, and then we'll do the star, and then we will wrap up the session. All right. can see people have answered. Am I audible? So this is not how you can do this question. There's one property which was left, and this question is for that property only. Okay, so don't worry. Basically, whenever we have सब बोले प्रॉपर्टी बहुत हो गई जल्दी क्वेश्चन करते हैं तो मैं ठीक है कुछ क्वेश्चंस प्रॉपर्टी कुछ प्रॉपर्टीज क्वेश्चन के थ्रू सो बेसिकली इफ वी हैव अ सर्कल लाइक दिस एंड देयर इज अ पॉइंट लाइंग आउटसाइड दिस सर्कल and it goes like this, okay? And from this point, the tangent as well. Let this be B, let this be C, and let this be D. So AB square will always be equal to AC multiplied by AD. Just note this down. Okay, this question is for the property only. And when we have something like this, so see, here AB was tangent. The other thing is that this AB can go inside the circle like a secant. In that case, this will be equal to Px multiplied by Py, like here, is equal to Pq multiplied by PR. These two properties are there for the tangents. Note them down and answer the question correctly. Okay, yeah, Preeti. So now tell me the answer. Now it's simple. Tangent secant theorem. Shubhangi, there's nothing to explain. Just that you can just note down this property and put in the values. Tangent secant theorem. I can of course derive it if you want. I don't think it's required. You can do it by similarity of triangles. Like you can join x and q, y and r. You'll get similar triangles, and then you can multiply them and get the value. All right. It's the same thing. You got the answer, all of you. Is it 36? So here px is given as 4, pq is 8, qr is 12. You have to find the value of xy. Shubhangi, nahi, equate nahi kiya. It is just a property, Shubhangi. This question was given to explain the property. Property is written in front of you only. The two diagrams. In one diagram, AB is tangent. Other diagram, PY is secant. That's it. All right. I'll just solve it to see what is the answer. I hope you guys have written both the properties. So Px multiplied by Py is equal to Pq multiplied by PR. Px is given as 4. Pq is 2 times Px. That means Pq will be equal to 8. Let's put the values. 4 multiplied by full value of Py. This entire Py. We don't know, right? Is equal to PQ, that is 8 multiplied by PR. Is that given to us? No, but we know something. Okay. 4 multiplied by PY. This PY is nothing but PX plus XY, and PR is nothing but PQ plus RQ. Okay. Is that right? Px is given as 4. Okay. What will be the value of xy? We have to find that. So let's note it down. 4 times Px is 4 plus xy, which we need to find. 8 multiplied by PQ. PQ is given as 8 plus RQ, that is 12. Let's put it over here. Let's solve it and we'll get to the answer directly. So 4 2s are 8, we can cancel this out. 4 plus xy is equal to, this is 12, 40, which means the value of xy will be 36. Clear? Yeah, PR is 20, Yash. That's what I noted over here. PQ plus RQ, just to make you understand, I just kind of expanded that so that people don't get confused. Okay, Yash. Yeah, simple. There's nothing new in this question. Let's do this one. What is the distance in centimeter between two parallel chords of length 32 centimeter and 24 centimeter in a circle of radius 20 centimeter? You have 2 minutes for this. So far, so good, yeah. Priyanka, that is a property, just note it down, okay? What can be done? What can be done? I can drop. So from the properties that we have just discussed, if I join the center to this chord, it will be perpendicular and will be bisector. So this is 12, this is 20. Similarly, this is 12 and this is 16. Now you can find this value, isn't it? By using triplets, can we do that? By using triplets? In this triangle, 12, 20, what will the value of this be? We can use Pythagoras, we use Brahma triplets, exactly Tathagat. So 12, comma this one, comma 20 is what we have, okay? And here we have 16, I'll just mark it O. Let this be A. Let this be B. So OA, here we have OB, and here we have 20 again. Right? Use Pythagoras theorem or triplets, whatever. So, is that clear to all of you? Can you see this these triplets derived from 3, 4, 5? 3, 4, 5 happens to be a triplet, and this one is 4 times, right? Right? 3 4s are 12, 5 4s are 20. So 4 4s are 16. That means OA will be 16. और ये उसका उल्टा हो चुका है. 16 here comes here, OB will be 12, isn't it? So the answer is if I add them up, I'll get 28, right? Distance between, so we have to find the value of AB, that is 28. Is that true? Is that right? There can be one more way to solve this question, to draw the diagram. If I write 32 over here and 24 over here, now see what is happening. This is 16, this is 12, this is 20, this is also 20. So here 16 plus 12, we are adding it, but in this case, it will be 16 minus 12, isn't it? So in this case, the chords were lying on both the sides of the center. Here the chords are lying on the same side of the center. 16 minus 12 can also be an answer. So if I subtract it, I'll get 4. Answer is 4 or 28. Is that clear? Because it's not given in the question if they are lying on the same side of the center. Cool. So we have done 2 proper questions. There's nothing Um, that is confusing over here. Clear to all of you? Priyanka, is that clear? Shubhangi, is that clear? Nishit, second, हाँ ठीक है. Nishit, 32-24 को same रख लो ना, एक तरफ रख लो. See, Nishit, this 24, let us drop it here. इसको यहाँ से उठा के अगर मैं यहाँ कर दूँ 24, तो क्या होगा? The 16 minus 12 will be there. That's it. Nothing else. Okay. Now let us do the star question. Ready for that? The last question for today, star question. And tomorrow we will be doing a lot of questions on circles, and one part that is connected to triangles and circles, we're doing that as well. And then we'll be doing mensuration, and then I'll take a marathon of step by step of algebra, arithmetic, and everything, and we'll do some mind bender question marathons. Okay, so now let's do the star question. I have figure over here. I have something. Okay. Here I have space. So should I draw the diagram again? Let's do that. See what is happening. What was happening? If someone is Ratrika here? शुभांगी, अभी उस फॉर्मूले को लिख लो. एक बार कल मुझसे फिर से पूछ लेना. देखिए अब पीछे जाना थोड़ा सा मुश्किल हो रहा है. फॉर्मूला लिख लिया ना तुमने? क्लियर तो हो गया सॉल्व कैसे किया गया. I think you want to know that how this formula is derived. I'll do it tomorrow. Don't worry. So let's do this. Okay. So what I want you guys to understand. Ratrika is there or not? Okay, she is here. I think we should give a huge round of applause for Ratrika. She solved the question. There are other people also who solved. Ratrika did it first. Very few will do that. Ratrika, you are increasing my expectations. Okay? It's good to be popular, but you know what? With greater power comes greater responsibility. So you will have to prove in the real cat as well. Okay? So now, the thing that was most important here was to understand that how I was drawing the star. From A0, I moved to A7, if you remember. Did I do that? I did that, isn't it? And from A7, I moved to A14. So what was happening? What was happening? When I moved ahead, I moved plus 7 steps, isn't it? I moved plus 7 steps. Is that right? All of you get that? So the people who noticed that how the star was made would be the ones who will be answering this question. How many of you noticed that? Okay. Now, after A14, if I want to move 7 steps ahead, it should be A21. वो तो है ही नहीं. By the way, now you need to realize one thing. I told you I make a star, I cannot lift my pen. So I'll start from one point and I'll keep on drawing it until I get to the same point again. Is that right? So from A0, I have to go back to A0. Is that clear, everyone? From A0, I had to go back to A0. Very good, Akanksha. How can I do that? How can I do that? Because see, overall it had 19 sides, and if I'm moving 7 steps ahead to go back, I'll have to go to 12 steps below. Isn't it? Either I will move 7 steps ahead or I'll move 12 steps back. That is the only way I can achieve a proper diagram. So, see, those who could not understand earlier, now it's clear. So, if I go back 12 steps, A14 minus 12 is A2. I went to A2. So, I'll do this till the time it is possible for me. A2 plus 7, I can go plus 7, right? Because there is an opportunity. I can go till A18. So, plus 7, A2 to plus 7 is A9. Can I go 7 steps ahead? Yes or no? Tell me. Yes. A9 to A16. Now I want you guys to tell me where should I go from 16 to 16 to? I just told you that. The 19 sides, if I moved 7 steps ahead, to go back to where I started from, I need to go 12 steps back. That is the only way I can reach there. Okay, so A16 minus 12 is A4. Now I can move 7 steps ahead, that is A11. Then A18, 7 more, 7 आगे होने तक 12 पीछे जाते हैं. A18 to A6. The people who recognize this will be solving it. A6, 7 can be done, so A13. 7 more, not possible. 12 less, yes, A1. 7 more is A8. 7 more is A15. 12 less is A3. 7 more is A10. 7 more is A17. 12 less is A5. 7 more is A12. 12 less is A0. Wow, see, I reached there. I reached where I started from. Right? Now I hope it's clear to all the people. So first thing was getting to know that how this star was made. Once we have done that, now we want to solve it. Why am I doing this question today? Because this question is concerned with circles. By the way, when the question was given to me, I did it in 3 different ways, one of which was used by Aratrika. I'm happy for that. And that will be most possible, I would say most relevant explanation for people who are preparing for CAT. Otherwise it will be too much mathematics. Tathagat, negative remainders, remember that from number system. अगर 19 पॉइंट्स हैं तो जहां शुरू करना है वहीं वापस मुझे आना है, तो मुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा? 7 और 12 का सम इज 19. 7 plus 2 is 19. 7 minus 12 is 19. That is why I'm doing it. Anyways, okay. See, now let me assume that all these lines are equal. That means all the vertices of the star would lie on a circle. Yes or no? Can I say that? Of course I can say that. So if I assume that all of them are equal, which I told you earlier as also, day before yesterday, I gave you a hint. The hint was that the sum of angles doesn't change even if we take all these sides to be regular, right? Bhagyesh, we won't say it is a polygon, it's a star. There is a difference, right? So now let us take A0 in consideration. A0, ठीक है, okay. A0 पे कौन कौन लोग पहुंचे हैं? A0 पे A7 है and A12 है. Am I right? This is A7 and this is A12, taking only 3 points because there is a connection between A12 and A0 and A0 and A7. Is that right? Yo, Gaurav, I'll just repeat. I'm saying I just took a point at random. I'm taking A0 for instance. Why? Because, okay, we started from A0, I took A0. You can take A1, A2, whatever. Depends on you. I took A0 and now I'm looking at, okay, A0 is getting connected by which 2 points? The 2 lines, one is going to A7, other is going to A12. Is that right? Is that right? That's perfect. Now, when I tell you, if I'm assuming this to be a regular figure, then that means that from all these 19 points are equispaced across the circumference, yes or no? बोल सकता हूं? If all these lines are equal, इसका मतलब क्या हुआ कि A0 to A18, all these points are equispaced. Can I say that? Yes or no? Tell me everyone. I can say that, yes. Right? Tell me in the comments that 250 odd people. I need 250 yeses over there. So, let this be the center of the circle. If the circle, there has to be a center. Let me join this A12 and A7 and I get an angle here. From the property that I've discussed today, that angle subtended on the center is double. is double of that at the circumference. That means if this guy is theta, this has to be 2 theta. Right? शीरजा A0 पे कौन जा रहा है? Tell me. A0 से कौन join कर रहा है? Only A7 and A12, not A14, right, शीरजा? Look at it. Now, my life becomes very simple. What will be the value of 2 theta? क्या value होगा? As I told you, this will be equispaced. That means at the center, all these adjacent vertices would make an angle of 360 degree by 19. Yes or no? Can I say that? Shubhang gets the same thing. A7 intersection. Can I say 360 by 19? Like if I move from A0 to A1, I'm moving this much angle. So at every step, I'm moving this much. A7 to A12 is 5 steps. So basically, I have moved 5 different angles. This guy is 2 theta. Is that clear? So angle subtended on the center by the arc A7, A12 is equal to this. Yes or no? Archie, 19 है, 29 नहीं है. Okay. How 60 by 19? Okay. Perfect. तो मैं एक काम करता हूँ. I'll have to draw something else. Where should I draw it? मैं इसको मिटा दूँ पूरे को. I think you guys have noted this down. Take a screen. Let me see if I have more space left anywhere. Yeah, here I have some space. Tell me something. The 19 points. Whatever points. Okay. A0, A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, and this happens to be the center. So if I join center with these points, the center is getting divided into smaller angles, and I assume them to be equispaced, so all these angles are equal. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yeah, I'll come to Y5, Y19. Don't worry. Is this clear? Tell me about this. Is this clear? There are 19 points. There will be 19 times these thetas. So all these 19 theta plus theta plus theta 19 times is 19 theta. This is 360 degree or not? This will basically be angle around a point. Akanksha and others. Yes, now it makes sense. Cool. See, so 19 theta is 360. So in this figure, I moved from 7 to 12. How many points have I moved? I have moved 5 points. So if 1 is 360 by 19, 5 will be 360 by 19 into 5. Clear? Okay, good. But what do we want here? What is our aim to find out? We have to find the value of 19 theta, isn't it? यही पता करना है ना? To find the angles at sum of angles at the vertices. This is theta. We need to find 19 times theta. We have this equation with us. 19 theta. Let's send 19 over here and 2 over here. So 360 into 5 upon 2, right hand side. Say 19 ले जाओ. You don't have to calculate theta. Put the value. No, we do not have to waste our time in calculating much. We can just manipulate the values, and I got the answer. 19 theta आ गया. This gets cancelled 180 times. 1 into 5 is 900. That happens to be my answer. How is that? Cool, no? मुझे पता है ये कैट वाले ये सवाल कभी नहीं दे पाएंगे. But you know what? If people can understand this, that means they have understood each and everything about circles. Aryan, पिछले वाले में थीटा मैंने एग्जांपल यहाँ थीटा अलग है. Aryan, please, वो पिछला थीटा अलग था, यहाँ थीटा मैंने यूज किया, just the nomenclature. Okay, let me call this alpha. I knew some will get confused. ये थीटा दूसरा है, वो तो नाम लिया ना मैंने. रुको समझाने के लिए नाम लिया था. Alpha ले लेते हैं. Now you're happy? Okay. This theta is different, right? That was just an example. Perfect, right? Got it, everyone. Yeah, thanks. This is actually a wow question. Pritham, of course, it's mind-blowing. Karthik ab jaye, of course, but really happy. You know what, Harsh? मैं तुम्हें एक बात बताऊं बहुत ही कमाल की। बताऊं क्या? सब लोगों को जानना है? जानना ही होगा, of course. I told you that 7 steps ahead and 12 steps below, right? So. I'm going to erase this. Let me generalize this. Answer to any question of start is 180 degree times mod of positive skips. Okay. Wait. 180 times inside the bracket. The bracket. Positive skips minus negative skips का modulus. That is the answer. Always. To make it look more understandable, I'll write entire value. Positive mod negative skips. Done. So, if you look at the figure, all of you know, सबने बोला 7 और 12 दिखाई दे गया था. 180 mod 7 minus 12 mod है ना into 5. That's the answer. So whenever you get a question like this, always look at the number of skips, find the difference, multiply by 180, and you are good to go. Clear now? Skips मतलब जो skips ही बोलेंगे, क्या बोलेंगे आशु उसको? 7 points plus 7 minus 12 है ना? I'm calling them skips. ये फॉर्मूला बना दिया मैंने. Skips कैसे निकलेंगे कार्तिक? स्टार देख के. A0 से A7 गया था तो 7 स्किप्स थे, है ना? वो तो क्वेश्चन में था ना? देख लो फिगर कैसा है. A0 to A7, A7 to A14, A14 to A2, 7 और 12. तो जनरलाइज हो गया एग्जैक्टली. एंड दैट्स नॉट द एंड. यू नो व्हाट? क्यों लिया दुर्गेश? वो मैंने सवाल बनाया, मेरी मर्जी में कैसे बना दूं? मैं A0 से A11 भी ले सकता हूं. हर्ष मान नहीं सकते. इफ यू आर गिवन अ क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम इट इज गोइंग फ्रॉम A0 to A5 तो ये कर सकते हैं हर्ष. ओके. Narayan, you can take positive clockwise, negative other way, or just, interchange. That doesn't really matter because I have put a modulus all out. Anyway, it's modulus. Clockwise, below, anti-clockwise, that doesn't really matter. You know what positive for you can be negative for me. And that is why modulus comes into existence. To just balance out all the things. Okay. Gaurav, you can have 11 and 8, but in that case, you will have a different figure altogether, right? समझ में आ रही बात ये? A0 to A8 जा रहा होगा, A8 to A16 जा रहा होगा, A16 से A5 जा रहा होगा, तब ऐसा होगा. तो लिखा कभी नहीं करेंगे. आकांक्षा कुछ भी हो तब भी चलेगा. मैंने तुम्हें जनरलाइज कर दिया. अरे whatever it is doesn't really matter, man. It can be anything. By the way, you know what? There are 7 different ways in which a 19-sided star can be made. तो तुम इस चक्कर में पढ़ो ही मत कि कैसा स्टार है. You just have to see how many skips are there. That's it. Is that clear? 19 नहीं, वो 7 का बता सकता है. So you know what? Before going, I'm giving you one more homework. Now this homework is simple, easy. Homework नहीं यही कर दो. यही करो सब लोग. Now I'll make a 7-sided star. I go from A0 to A2, then to A4, then to A6. क्या किया मैंने बनाया. मेरा मन किया बनाने का. See, I can make the 7-sided stars in 2 different ways, isn't it? And now you'll realize that why it is working like this. So I move from 0 to 2 steps. If I move 2 steps ahead, मुझे कितना पीछे आना पड़ेगा? Tell me everyone. 7-sided stars are there. कितना पीछे आना पड़ेगा? If I move 2 steps ahead, A0 to A2, A3, A4, A6, I need to move 5 steps back. A1, then to A3, then to A5, then to A0. Star is made. If I move, here was 2 steps. Now I'm moving 3 steps. A0 to A3, then to A6. 4 steps back, A2. 3 steps ahead, A5. 4 steps back, A1. 3 steps ahead, A4. 4 steps back. Again, so see, now you can see there are 2 ways in which a 7-sided star can be made. Isn't it? So when someone told me in the last class answer is 118 to n minus 4, that was wrong. You know it now. Why? Because there are 2 ways to make a 7-sided star. There are 7 ways to make a 19-sided star. So question jab hoga, you have the figure. So here, tell me everyone. The number of skips, plus 2, minus 5. Here we have plus 3, minus 4. So if I want to solve, here I have 180 times 2 minus 5, 3 into 3. Answer is 540. Here it is gap is 1. Answer is 180 into 1. That is 180 only. Is that clear? अभी समझ में आ चुका सबको? So it depends on the figure given to you. अब मुझे पता कैसे समझ में 7 के 2 ही बनेंगे because if I move 3 steps, अब A0 to A2 गया, A2 A3 गया, A0 to A4 जाऊंगा, it will be same as this. Plus 3 minus 4 is same as plus 4 minus 3. It will be interchanged. Clear? So this thing has been mentioned in my Brahma Ganit book. I have gone towards like thousands of sites, thousands. And then I made a formula which joins geometry and number system. But that's not in the ambit of CAT. We won't go there. But now I think if a question like this, 7 के ऊपर जाएंगे, 9 पे चले भी गए, you can just, you are the people who have studied from me are the only people who can solve this question in less than 10 seconds. Others might not even be able to solve it. Okay, so just, if the paper of CAT is difficult, then you will be at the top of the curve. Okay, Tathagat, it's under peer review process. Still, a lot of maths professors are going over there. Like they are peer reviewing it. तुलिका both the answers are right. तुलिका समझ नहीं पाई. तुलिका सवाल जब आएगा तो दो तरह के सवाल हो सकते हैं. पहला ये, दूसरा ये. अगर ये होगा तो आंसर 540 है. अगर ये होगा तो आंसर 180 है. सिंपल. Okay. So just hope that it is difficult quant section because you will be at the benefit. Or it will take, I think, some months. Or वो CAT के लिए book है भी नहीं. It is for mathematics enthusiasts. So I do not promote it as CAT book. No, it is for pure mathematicians. But उसमें जो काम का है, I'm anyways going to do in the classes. So don't worry. सवाल ऐसा आएगा, जो सवाल तुम्हारे सामने आएगा उसमें फिगर बना रहेगा, and they will ask you the sum of angles. That's it. Akanksha, book purchase नहीं करनी. That book is not for CAT. Leave it. I'm going to tell you whatever I have created, which is important for CAT. Don't worry. Though I'm not going to promote this book over here. It's not for CAT. Just forget that. So anyways, I think you enjoyed the session. Bye-bye everyone. We'll meet again tomorrow. Commerce होके भी maths में मजा आ रहा है. Very good, Harsh. I like it. Yes. All right then. So, we'll meet again tomorrow with some mind-bending questions. Bye-bye.